Welcome back to Vikings Game Plan from the TCO studios. Pete Bercich, analyst of Vikings Radio Network. Paul Allen, Oakland Raiders here this weekend, coached by Jon Gruden, a Super Bowl winning coach with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then he took about a decade away from it to mix his potions and figure out what he wants to do when he gets back. Well, he's back with the Raiders. Let's see how he operates.
Well, Paul, over the 10 years, things have changed quite a bit, and I think that he has kept certain things. He's always been a multiple formation shift kind of a guy, and we're seeing this. The Oakland Raiders had their first two games are at home. That's important. No crowd noise. They're able to operate in quiet.
Yeah.
Not going to have a problem. So the reason you see these shifts, it lets the quarterback know, depending on who steps out, which defender steps out to cover which receiver, it's a tip to know if they're in man or zone.
ID's the cover.
Exactly right. And I think that with Gruden and how he operates, he loves to see man-to-man. Now, one of the concepts that Gruden loves, he's going to bunch you up to stretch you horizontally and widen to attack the middle.
Yeah.
You watch this play. Right now, you see three Kansas City defenders right here, and the corner right here.
Yeah.
By the end of this play, all three Raider receivers will be on the sideline.
That's 9 in the box.
Exactly. So right now, they have think about this. Between this tight end, the receiver, and this running back, they have their guys outflanked already.
Yeah.
So they're outflanking guys before the play is even off. So the Chiefs are rushing 5. They have 5 guys going. Now, all 3 of these defenders are inside, and these receivers are running outs or on a 7. So
yeah.
they just outflank you in that respect. And the great throw, great identification, catch and turn up. So that's what he wants to do. He wants to attack you on the edges after he bunches you up and then then just do the opposite. So again, another shift. So they know whether or not the corners have run over, whether or not they're getting man or if they're getting zone. Carr IDs and knows which one of these two is the corner and the safety. The safety, of course, will have the tight end.
Yeah.
This corner is staring at the wide receiver. So, knowing that, he knows that the middle of this field is going to eventually be open, and you can tell that they're doing this because of the route that the slot receiver runs. It's basically like a pick route, but it's not obvious.
So is that a decoy route?
It is. It's a clearing route or a decoy route, but you'll see they know if they get man here and they could run these two corners off, it's going to open up this space. So that's, again, a Gruden thing.
Yeah.
Clear off one section in the field and then run a guy across it. And you can see as this receiver brings the curl in, they almost pick the corner or the safety coming over the top. So that's where he's so tricky. And the one thing for a defender is you have to communicate. You have to be able to communicate. It's very difficult to play man. He walks up. They shift. Now all of a sudden, the Broncos see this. Now they have to shift, and they're checking to something different.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be sending the outside linebacker. They have another 5-man rush, and they know they have man-to-man on the front side of this, and the middle linebacker ends up taking the running back. So, again, it's to clear an area. The play fake holds anybody that's underneath, and they have one-on-one. So this slot receiver is just clearing, and this receiver is running to the open space right underneath it. And Carr is smart enough and strong enough to get it in between anybody on the backside that's sneaking over. So, again, as a defender, you have to be able to communicate and you have to be able to anticipate what's going on. Okay, another play at home. This is what I expect out of the Raiders to come on the road early to try to get Carr some pretty easy completions.
Dwayne Harris, jet sweep guy.
Exactly. Everything in this play is headed this way, right? They want all 3. They want everybody. They want all eyes to be going in the opposite direction, and they bring the tight end underneath. But again, you'll notice you have 3 different levels of choices for Carr. So deep, he reads it deep to shallow, and then gets rid of it. But he's athletic. He can get on the edges. He can read the defenses. Same or similar type of play, the old submarine boot, we call it, when the receiver comes back behind the line of scrimmage. It's a little bit harder to see. The defensive end right here, he notices it, but he's being blocked down by the tackle, can't get out there. And by the time the linebacker sees it, he's too late. But again, Paul, you have 4 black jerseys on that side of the field. So they're flooding certain zones. They're trying to get Carr some pretty easy reads. And with Gruden, again, he always wants to bunch you up to spread you out and then spread you out to attack the middle of the field.
The deception of Jon Gruden meets the equity and the tricks of Mike Zimmer. Should be great.